time. Listen, if you guys are listening, if you're 18 years old, 20 years old, 25 years old, 30 years old, go buy a condo, go buy a house, go buy something in another state. Start building your real estate portfolio. The amount of success you can achieve through real estate is unbelievable. Like if every single person that listens to this podcast bought a house every year for the next 15 years on 15-year loans, 15 years from now, every year they would have a house paid off and they would be getting cash flow. Like start now. If you look at population growth, it's booming. If you look at the amount of available land, it's diminishing. Property values are going to go up. They're going to continue to go up. And that's just how real estate works. There's only so much land. So anyone listening to this, like my suggestion is get out there and buy anything you can. If you can only qualify for a $30,000 condo, go buy a $30,000 condo. The key is just to get started.
Welcome, this is Peter Voogd, founder of the prestigious Game Changers Academy, and thanks for tuning into our monthly Millionaire video series where we interview the world's most elite and successful entrepreneurs, CEOs, entertainers, game changers, and people that I have a massive respect for, and those who are making a huge difference, not just in their industries, but in the world. So I'm super excited for today's call as it's something I've personally been passionate about since a young age, real estate. And Tarek is one of the top real estate investors, I think, on the planet, and he's a trusted reality TV personalities. He's a star of HGTV hit series Flip or Flop, now in its 8th season, which is crazy. He received his real estate license around 21 years old and quickly made a name for himself in Orange County, which is a hugely competitive market. And after the height of the housing boom, he was selling multi-million-dollar mansions like hotcakes. And once the economy and the housing bubble burst, he carved out his niche for himself in the world of real estate, and it was flipping distressed property. So he's done hundreds of successful flips. He's authored some amazing real estate investing books. He's one of the top sought after keynote speakers. And really, he's a beast. He's someone that is gonna thrive no matter what the economy does. And we're excited to have him. So Tarek, thanks, man, for the time.
Hey, what a great intro, man. Thanks a lot. I'm happy to be here with you today.
Yeah, you know what's really funny, and I don't know if you really understand this. Most of our guest speakers, we've had so many amazing people, David Goggins and all these people. A lot of them don't know technology. They're so good at what they do. And so when you were like, I don't even know how to turn this Mac on, I started laughing because I'm like, you're so amazing at certain things.
Dude, you know what I say? In life, you can focus on two things. You can focus on things that you're bad at to become average, or you can focus on things that you're good at to become great at. I prefer to be great versus average.
I love it, man. That was so funny when you said that. So let me start with this. What's been on your mind lately? I want to switch it. Is there anything that's been weighing heavy or things that you've been kind of obsessed about recently that have been crowding your mind as far as success, real estate, anything goes?
I'll tell you what, man, I'm just super excited about everything that I have going on in life, and I'm a fairly successful guy right now, but if you were to ask me, dude, I'm just getting started, man. There's a big mountain to climb. People ask me all the time, like, when are you going to slow down? My answer every single time is the same: 30 years. I have such big goals and dreams. I'm committing the next 30 years of my life to build everything I have. And, you know, I'm just flipping houses. I've done close to 500 house flips. I own close to 100 income-producing rental properties. I'm in the process of starting a fund. I have my seminar companies. And you know what? I film Flip or Flop on HGTV. I'm actually heading out to Glendale right now, right after this call, because I'm flipping my new series, or filming my new series called Flipping 101. So what I'm doing is a little bit different. You know, in the world that we're in, you'll see a lot of people become, you know, Instagram famous for their business side of things, and you'll see people come, you know, TV famous. What I'm trying to do is bring two worlds together and really spread a powerful message across digital platforms and share the information that I've learned over the year with all the people that have been following. And I just love everything I do, man. And like I said, man, just the beginning.
So let's fast forward to flipping. We have a lot of people that do make amazing income. Obviously, your mindset shifted. I want to hit on some things you've talked about recently that I think are so powerful, but filter-wise, how has your filter changed? And what is the filter when it comes to flipping properties? Like, what are the most important qualifications? If we can dive into some tactics and you're talking to people that want to get into it, what are some tactics that you can kind of share that walk through how you view flipping properties?
Really, dude, like it's not rocket science. It's not brain surgery. You buy it low, you put money into it, and hope, and you sell it for a higher price, and whatever's in the middle is the margin. So it's all about knowing what you can sell the house for, how much it's going to cost you to fix up the house. That's how you know what to pay for the house. Like, I'm buying properties all over the US. And here's what I tell people all the time. Listen, if you guys are listening, if you're 18 years old, 20 years old, 25 years old, 30 years old, go buy a condo, go buy a house, go buy something in another state. Start building your real estate portfolio. The amount of success you can achieve through real estate is unbelievable. Like, if every single person that listens to this podcast bought a house every year for the next 15 years on 15-year loans, 15 years from now, every year they would have a house paid off and they would be getting cash flow. Like, start now. If you look at population growth, it's booming. If you look at the amount of available land, it's diminishing. Property values are going to go up. They're going to continue to go up. And that's just how real estate works. There's only so much land. So anyone listening to this, like, my suggestion is get out there and buy anything you can. If you can only qualify for a $30,000 condo, go buy a $30,000 condo. The key is just to get started.
And real estate's super competitive in California. You've done all different states now. How do you feel like you were able to kind of differentiate yourself and build your business so successfully in a competitive market?
You know, one of the keys to my success in anything I do, to be quite honest with you, is in my mind, literally nobody else exists. Like, I don't care what anybody else is doing. I could care less what anybody else is doing as long as I'm doing what I need to do. So I never worry about other people. Always focus on yourself.
That's huge. No one else exists. So many people are watching everybody else and comparing themselves. You're kind of in your own lane. Yeah,
you have to be. You have to focus on yourself, focus on your dreams, focus on your goals, and not give a shit when anyone else is doing what anyone else says. That's it.
So you said something too, and we talked earlier. Every single year, you're kind of trying to reinvent your business in terms of flipping, because what worked in 2010 when you started, it's different now. So what do you mean by having to reinvent yourself every couple of years with investing?
You know, like, I've completely reinvented myself right now. When I first started flipping houses, I was buying bank-owned properties, I was buying short sales, and I was buying at the auction. I don't buy any of those platforms anymore. So everything I do now is off-market deals. I buy direct from owners. And I've literally I've changed my company multiple times over the years. And right now, I just got into the TV commercial space. So we're running TV commercials in the Southern California area. And my first run on TV, you know, I spent $100,000 and I made over $500,000 in profit. That's a pretty good return. What is that, a 5x return or something? Mm-hmm. So you just got to keep testing new things. And once you test something that it shows a positive result, then you just go after that. Like, the TV commercial was a big campaign. It worked. So now I'm going to run it every single week for the rest of the year. I'm running that campaign. I'm also big, like I said, on digital marketing. I do a lot of stuff online, pay-per-click, Google Analytics, things like that. It's just always being on the top of your game. That's it. And everything you do. And you weren't afraid, if the TV commercial didn't work, you weren't afraid to be like, all right, next. That's one thing, everybody listen, this is one thing that a lot of people they struggle with, is fear of loss. Like, for me, the biggest fear for me would be not doing the commercial for fear of losing $100,000. I'd rather do the commercial, spend $100,000, lose $100,000, and know it doesn't work. It's trial and error. That's all it is. That's huge, man. So right now you're looking for, what are the qualifications right now? I believe you said 12% per deal, or does that vary based on the opportunity? Because I want to give people some context. It varies based on the opportunity, but I look for a net profit of like 10 to 12%. And, you know, the biggest deal I've done year to date, I made a $340,000 profit, which was a really good one. I'm working on a really good one right now, probably about a $500,000 profit. So the money's there, and you hear all the time, oh, there's no money in real estate. It's too competitive. Nobody can do it. And I love when people say that shit, because that just means more people aren't going to enter my space, which means I can make more money, right? That's huge. And I heard through a mutual connection that you're looking into some bigger buy and hold properties. With a lot of people seeing the recession on the horizon, do you feel like those properties are more kind of recession proof, or are you just trying something new? You know, I'm just investing in real estate across all platforms, just buying as much as I can. So like I said, me and my business partner, we personally own 93 rental properties. We own 93 houses, and that's not a fund, that's our own money. And it's been very, very great. So the next phase in my career, on top of the TV and everything I'm doing, is to raise capital and start buying apartment buildings and developing apartment buildings and getting more into commercial real estate. But we are in very scary economic times right now. So is it the best time to be doing that? We'll see. So I'm going to start a little bit slow, but in the next cycle, that's where I'm going to clean house. I cannot wait for that next cycle.
So I was talking to Sirhan. He was on here a while back, and I kind of asked him something similar in terms of, a lot of people will say this when they see you. Yeah, but he gets all these deals because he's on TV. That's why he's successful. And obviously that's not the case. But what do you say to someone that's like, well, I can't do what you do because you have a TV show?
I didn't always have a TV show. I started this company sitting in a cubicle working 20-hour days. Like, I didn't just walk down the street and end up on TV and shit, you know? Like, I had to grind. I made home videos. I pitched production companies. I had to raise capital. I had to figure out how to flip houses. Like, there's a lot of backstory. And through this process, I've gone through 2 different cancers. In the year I went through 2 cancer surgeries, I quadrupled my real estate company, throwing up every day. Like, if you want something in life, you can get it. Like, that's it.
That's huge, man. So with the TV show, you were pitching and you were promoting and you were calling producers and calling people nonstop, because a lot of people want to know, from doing the craft, real estate or whatever you're doing, to get an actual TV show that reaches millions, that's next level. So you were just relentless trying to get that.
No, actually the opposite. I was relentless. I was relentless in trying to figure out ways how to make money. I was like so motivated to be successful and become wealthy. Like, I tried everything, and I literally met this guy at a real estate conference. I was in Las Vegas. A few things happened, and I got invited to sit at the front row of this big conference where I wasn't the guy that was allowed to sit in the front row. I was the guy that's supposed to sit in the back row, right? So at the break, I ended up talking to all these like baller real estate agents. One guy's like, yeah, I got a local TV show, and I go to the grocery store, people know me, and like I sell them houses. And I was like, TV? Light bulb went off, right? It's all about taking action. The second I heard TV, the light bulb went off, and I was like, TV. I've never, ever, ever thought of TV. I was like, I'm young, kind of smart, decent looking. My wife at the time was super hot. I was like, I could probably get us on TV. I'm gonna go for this TV stuff. Very next day, start emailing production companies. The first production company I emailed, Hightown Productions, they emailed me back. They asked me for a home video, made a home video. The rest is history. The easiest thing I've ever got in my entire life when it comes to success was getting my TV show. Isn't that wild? But here's the thing though, people say, oh, getting the TV show is easy because all the work I did the previous 20 years.
Yeah. People don't see that
again,
part.
You literally have to go for broke in everything you do. Have no fear of failure, expect to fail. Like, who gives a shit? Everything, when I go into something, like, I'm not worried about failing. Like, if I fail at something, I'm almost happy because I know that doesn't work and I never have to think about it again.
That's huge, man. So restarting your journey, with all the knowledge you have now, would you change your approach, or would it be like, I went through everything I went through for a reason? Is there anything you would do differently, or most things the same in terms of starting fresh now?
Honestly, like, I don't think there's anything I could have done differently. I just grinded it out. Like, the key to success is simple, man. Like, I'm not kidding. And I know there are people out there listening to this that are just like I was, and you're probably the same. Like, I literally worked from 7 a.m., 8 a.m. to, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Not for weeks, not for months, for years. And that's what it takes.
And it's crazy seeing all the stuff that came out too, because you and your ex-wife were doing the show. And then there was all these things when you guys got divorced, and then you did the show again with her. And you guys...
You know what? You never know what you're able to do until you have to. You never know what you're able to do until you have to do it.
Was that pretty crazy? Like doing the show when you guys were not on?
It was the most awful experience of my life, of course. But when like shit happens, it's like, okay, well, do I throw everything away that I worked for my entire life because my feelings are hurt, because my emotions are in the way? No. So I was like, I sucked it up, man, and I made it happen. It was very, very tough experience, but guess what? 3.5 years later, I'm glad we did it. The show's doing amazing, top rated on cable. Our relationship is good. The kids are great. It's all about surviving the bad times to enjoy the good times, buddy.
And where can they watch it and win? So everyone that wants to check it out and really like immerse themselves in it, where can they see it?
Yeah, so Flip or Flop airs on HGTV Thursday nights at 9 p.m. And Flipping 101 is my new show that premieres in 2020, where I actually get to coach and mentor rookie flippers. How cool is that? So I get to teach people how to flip houses. And it's all over HGTV. And then Tarek's Flip Side is a digital series that's out right now on hgtv.com. So like I said, man, I'm just trying to accomplish everything.
I love it, man. That's awesome. And so what an inspiration. And you're not leading through words. You're leading through your results, through your legacy, through your action, through your business. We talked right before this, and I was telling you I have a son due, and I've never seen, when I look at you online, when you're playing with your kids, you're so happy and so passionate. I'm a new dad to be. Any advice, any breakthroughs you've had having kids, like in the grind, in the hustle? Yeah, let's talk about that real quick before you leave. I'm curious.
Being a good parent is hard work. It is hard work to be happy with your kids when they're yelling at you, when they're throwing things at you, when they're not listening to you. It's difficult to do. So it's like you have to train yourself to understand what it means to be a parent. Like you have to expect them not to listen. You have to be prepared for them to throw things at you. And the biggest thing is it's very difficult at times because there's so many distractions in the world. So it's really important just to make sure they know that they're number one. That's it.
That's huge. Any principles or like philosophies that you want to teach them that you feel like are the most important for family and everything?
You know, if people ask me like how, like, I don't need my kids to have a 5.0 GPA. I don't need my kids to go to Harvard. What I want my kids to be good people. I want them to actually give a shit about other humans, because I actually give a shit about other humans. And I want them to give back, and I want them to do big things in their life and really help out other people. That's what I want for my kids.
I love it, man. So I know you don't have a lot of time. You had to head to Glendora. Is there anything else? Because people are always looking for the answer. They see how successful you are. They want to get into real estate. But what you're telling people is there's not really like a magic pill. If you were speaking to 1,000 successful people that want to get into flipping and real estate and want to kind of do what you do, is there any final advice you would give them if you were speaking to all of them and they were really hungry to learn from you? To kind of end with that.
I mean, it's just real simple. It's like, here's the way I look at things, right? If that guy over there can do something, I can do something. That's the mindset you need. And the only thing preventing someone from success is themselves. And the only thing that's going to prevent that success is quitting. And I say all the time, if you never quit, you never fail. Eventually you will achieve your success. And I tell this all the time. I ask people, let me ask you a straight up question, because I know the answer. Do you think it's more difficult to go to the University of Los Angeles? Let's just say, do you think it's more difficult to go to UCLA and get a degree? Or is it more difficult to spend 4 years studying real estate and flip houses? What do you think is more difficult?
A degree.
Getting a degree from UCLA is way more difficult. But you know what? People do it because they know the end result. Like they know if they go to school and they do what they have to do, they're gonna get a degree. The problem is with business and entrepreneurship and flipping or whatever it might be, there's no guarantee, so people quit. If there was a guarantee when it came to flipping, just like college, every single person that started would probably accomplish some flips.
Love it, man. Well, I appreciate your time. Is there anything you wish people would ask you, or anything that people don't ask you or don't talk about that you wish they would on interviews or on TV or anything that's always on your mind? Or,
you know, the big thing that I see that people face is, you know, that like success. It's like, I just want them to understand, like, there's no secret sauce. Like, there's no magic pill. Like, I remember banging my head against the wall when I was young, watching idiots making money, more money than me, right? There's no secret. It takes a plan and it takes hard work, and that's it.
Huge, man.
That's literally it. And if you're younger, like, start investing in real estate, start investing in stocks, start preparing for the future. And I think that those are really important things for anybody listening.
And you don't need to have a lot of money. People think you have to have 150 grand to start.
You don't need to have anything. Like, when I first started flipping houses, I had no money. You know what I used to do? Here's my aha moment. Like, I used to find deals and I had no money, right? Everybody's like, oh, what do you do? Check this out. You want to know what I did? Here's a golden nugget. I drove to the auction where people were buying houses to flip. that had millions of dollars. I was like, hey, dude, I got a deal. Estimated profits $80,000. You wanna split it with me? And guess what they did? They split the deal with me.
So you were just selling your vision.
That's it. I was selling my vision. That's it.
So starting out, you think investment properties, duplexes, fourplexes, something they can get. You don't have a specific like qualification, like this is the first investment you should do, this is the second. It's not that simple. It's like anything you want, or it is that simple.
Stop thinking, just get started. People think, and then they never actually do. Stop thinking, stop planning, start doing. Like I'm a big believer in that. And listen, once you own 50 houses, then you got to study, maybe leverage into a 200-unit apartment building. You look in other states. But if you own one house or no house or 3 house, like stop planning, start buying. That's it.
Appreciate your time, and I know you got to go. So thank you so much. Where can I find you? You're on Instagram. You're every platform. Tarek El Moussa, right?
Yeah, on Instagram, I'm at the real Tarek El Moussa, and I have a lot of fun with my Instagram page and my social media. I share a lot of good content, and I have my YouTube channel, Tarek El Moussa, Facebook, Tarek El Moussa, Twitter, Tarek El Moussa. So I'm out there, and if you don't find me there, just check out Flip or Flop on HGTV.
Well, I appreciate you, man. Thanks, and once again, thank you for being a breath of fresh air, leading by results, leading by your lifestyle, leading by your businesses, not by words. So I appreciate you, man. And once again, thanks for being a world-class human being and a world-class father beyond anything else, man. Much respect.
Awesome, man. Well, I had a great time, and I hope everybody enjoys, and I will see you soon, buddy.
Hey, what's up, and thank you for watching this video. If you enjoy this video and this content, make sure you hit the subscribe button below, put the notifications on, and I assure you, you'll love this content and these videos.